Hey, what's going on? Zach, how you doing, man? We are making a few. I've got 3 pins we're making for. These are Strong Ink. They're a channel sponsor now. I've got a link in the description. It gives you a discount to get 3 free shipments. When I say you buy something, but they'll give you free shipping on 3 shipments, I believe. So, Michael, Ray, what's up, guys? Suzanne, hey, hey. Billy's in the house. I've been a little MIA, but I'm working on an order of these fishing plaques. I'm making 104. As of today, I'll have 72 done, and I'm taking the next 3 days off. But I've got to finish those up next week. But I need to make a pin for a gift. Whoa, good God. I just went all crazy on that one, huh? Don't do that. What are you guys up to? Suzanne, have you made all your crosses? Those 2 you were going to work on? All right, Michael, I'll show you what I got. Let's see. Michael wants to see. Let me go grab the box. Let's go show you. Oh, that's awesome. Wait, made 3, sold 2, donated. That is fantastic, girl. All right, I'll show you what's in the box. So this is what we're making today, some ballpoint pens. We've got 2 gold, 1 chrome. So they sent me a few of those. I've got some pepper mill kits, or salt and pepper mill, I think. A couple of pin making drill bits, multiple other pins, pin kits like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like a total of 10 pin blanks, a set of 4 keychain blanks, some bushings, and let me show you what else. And they also sent me a set of carbide that I have to make the handles for, the full kit for making the carbide tool. So I'm really looking forward to making those. And then they sent me a bunch of these stickers. They've now got a sticker on the lathe. So today we're going to make 3 ballpoint pens. Yeah, those stickers are awesome. Oh, I forgot I had this one on there. So we'll get started here pretty quick. I haven't been live, I think, in about a week, so we'll see if we get many viewers. Seems like when you take a little break, you don't get as many views. We'll see. The important people are here, you know what I mean? Suzanne, that's awesome you sold that many. That's really cool. And I got this on there. Woo. Come on, dude. There we go. Oh, I need my manual saver. Where is that thing? I gotta dig that thing out. It's new. I gotta find it. Yeah, I'm digging it. They sent me quite a bit of stuff. Man, I don't know where the heck I put my pin mandrel. I mean my mandrel saver. I'm not used to having it, so I'm not sure where I put it. Oh well, guess we're not going to use it today. I don't know where it is. Oh, I just found it. I actually had it on my shelf up here, so it was actually fairly organized. Now the bad news is on my pin mandrel, or my mandrel saver, I ordered the wrong shaft size, so I have to actually put this in the Jacob's chuck. So kind of a pain, but lesson learned. Read the fine details, you know. There we go. And I did put out a new video today on a laser under 200 bucks. I did a full review. It's like over a 20-minute video. Hey, BK. Yeah, it's a Whizmaker sent me a laser, and I was really surprised what it could do for under $200. Very surprised, actually. So let's take this off. This was a pin we were working on a while back. Let's see if these are the correct size. They are, so we can keep that on. Man, I gotta sand this or something, man. Hard to get that thing on. BK, how are you doing, girl? I don't know what keeps causing this to catch. It's scratched on the inside or something, I don't know. Kind of annoying every time. I don't know. Got something catching or what? Pretty annoying. There we go. Let's take this out. That one fits fine. Man, what was up with that? Let's get my persuader. Copper and nickel plated, they get dirty. Oh, okay. Trying to move that along. Yeah, that's what it makes me think of. That, see if it's like once it, see, it's even ridiculous there, man. I don't know. I'm gonna beat it to fit. There it goes. There. Man, you gotta really, I don't know. Maybe my mandrel needs cleaned up, I'm not sure. Let's try, see if that'll give it, I think we need one more bushing there for a spacer. And these are all going to be walnut today. We've got 2 gold and 1 chrome kit. I might need one more spacer. I think I'm going to run out of thread here. So Michael, I've got a question for you. What do you do to space the ends other than eyeballing it? Like when you're turning the end? Because these are ballpoint pins. What I did was set 2 dividers to the diameter, 1 narrow, 1 wide, because it's a ballpoint. The top's pretty wide. So I was just curious what you do. You're a lot more experienced at making pins than I am. Thanks again to Strong Ink for sending me these pin kits and all the goodies. I do have a link in the description where you can get that link gives you 3 free shipments. When I say free shipments, you order something and they're going to provide free shipping for what you order, not give you a free order. And I did just change out my carbide tips for the round and square. So let's go. Let's make some walnut pins. If we have time, we're going to laser engrave one too. Well, actually, I've got to do that privately. It is a gift and they could be watching. I forgot about that. So, and away we go. Yeah, free shipping's a good deal, you know. Well, we don't want to start off with the square. I don't anyway. We're doing about 1300 RPM. It still needs to be tightened. So, we might be out of thread. And I just made these blanks today. I had some scrap walnut laying around. Man, you can tell I got a new bit on this. That's awesome. All right. So this is what we've got for the big side. So we aren't going to take off a huge amount. That's the inside dimension. Let's keep on trucking. This is a ballpoint pin. All 3 today are ballpoint. So this end, this is going to be the narrower end. I'm just kind of shaping it by eye, making it a pleasing shape. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, let's check our size. We can make it a little smaller. I don't know how you check the size, Michael. What do you do that's different? Yeah, they do. That's definitely a nicer finish. So that we are getting pretty close on that end for the bigger tip. And here's my other measurement. So we can go down. Okay, we can go down pretty much where that meets. Let me get you down here a little more. Yeah, well, we can go down all the way pretty much here. Now, Michael, I've got a question for you. Have you turned rings? I was talking to Dave, I think Saturday. He was selling stuff at a, see, that looks pretty good there. Yeah, that looks good there. Yeah, Dave was at a craft show Saturday. I messaged him about making some rings. I want to start making some rings. I don't have any of the supplies, but I lost my ring in the shop last year because I was taking it off the lathe and I have not found it. I vacuumed, swept. I felt pretty bad about losing it. It's my wedding ring, and Saturday we're going to be celebrating 23 years of marriage. I'm not going to turn a ring this week. We can go a little smaller there. Hey, what's up, Dale? Thanks for hanging out. That should be really close. And this is my first time using dividers like this for these. You know, let's take it off and see if we're accurate, because I want to make it right. This is going to be a gift, you know? And the others I'm going to try to sell, so. Oh man, that is so on there. That's crazy. Just this one. You just kind of got to move it back and forth and it works. Okay. Let's go grab the pin kit. Let's see how we did. See if I can get this off. It's a good fit for real. There we go. Let's go see how we did. So here is the hardware kit. I'm in trouble, what? Oh, that I lost my ring, yeah. My wife knows about it. So, it's gonna be like this. I think that's how it's gonna be when it comes together. And this end is gonna be like that. That's just about right. Maybe, so this end could be a little smaller, the narrow end, okay. Because it's gonna fit right there. So we could be just slightly smaller. Okay, so we can go a little smaller there. Over here looks pretty good. We go slightly smaller on both. That's what I needed to know. Just wanted to make sure because, oh, there we go. Hey Jim, what are you doing, buddy? Sorry about that, guys. So now we know we're good on size. We just need to tweak it just barely. So that's, you always want to take your time and sneak up on it. You don't want to, you can't put more wood on, you know what I mean? All right, let's put our spacers back on and we'll tighten it, and that should push the bushing in. Hey, we got 8 likes, all right. Thank y'all. There we go. Now, I appreciate you guys smashing that like button. It helps me out. Thanks very much. Glad I didn't wash my pants, my jeans. I've had 4 screws in the back pocket. All right, so we can go a little smaller on both. Just a little. Four-day weekend, all right, man. I'm taking Friday off. We're gonna celebrate our anniversary. Our anniversary's Sunday, but we've got plans with a cousin's birthday. So we're celebrating 23 years of marriage. So we're gonna go out and eat and run around tomorrow. Nothing too crazy. All right. Hey, thanks, Suzanne. BK had the epoxy tub on the washer because of a screw. Uh-oh. A wooden Trump head. Sure, send me an email. myhoney'shandmade@gmail.com. I'm going to go a little smaller over here. That's the small side, which is the bottom of the pin. Go a little smaller here. I think we're good. Yeah, we're going to call that good. Let's do some sanding. Nice, Jim. Thanks, Tina. I mean, Zach. Trying to think what grit this is. It feels like 120. Yeah, we're at 120. Probably could have started a little finer, but we'll go up to 180, then 220 real quick. It'll just take a minute or less. Let's crank it up. As Dave with Timber Design says, we're going mock Jesus on this thing. And I don't know if I'm going to sand up to 1,000 or not. You know, I don't know. That's 220. Man, that looks pretty dang good. Just saying. I'm good. We'll throw some some beeswax. That's just beeswax, and then we'll buff that in. And then we'll put a little of that other wax. Yeah, Jim, you're almost caught up to me, man. There we go. See that darken? That's that friction heating up the wax. But you can tell, you can kind of tell when you don't, there you go. It evened up on the end. I didn't have it good enough. Then we'll finish it off with this. Right there. Let's see. I think that's just wax at the end. It looks a little funky. I'm pretty sure that's just the wax. Alright guys, what are we watching on? Anybody have Amazon Prime? Any good shows on Amazon Prime? Right now I'm watching World War II on Amazon. They have a nice documentary. Interesting documentary. Pretty wild. You guys want to put this one together real quick and then come back? I think that might be fun. Let's do it. I don't care. I don't have any rules on this channel. Come on. It's just interesting, BK, how, man. That looks pretty, oops, dropped it, holy crap. Oopsie. Let's go put this one together and then we'll come back, make another one. We'll make 2 more next time. I just want to see, it's neat to see these come together quickly. Crow Girl, huh. I don't think I've seen that one. I'm watching. All right. So here's the, oh gosh, man, I'm just butterfingers today. So, Crow Girl. Yeah, I hadn't heard of that one. Here's that. Make sure which end is which. The narrow end right there. You can use a clamp. I happen to have a pin press. They're nice if you have them. Of course, I need to adjust it a little bit. There we go. Let's do that. Hold it in there straight. Come on, dude, get in there. Come on. It's moving on me. It's not quite straight. There we go. This thing was slipping on me. There we go. Mucho better. Straighten that up. There we go. Hey, Suzanne, I got to ask, how much are you able to sell those crosses for? Because those look legit. The abandons. Yeah, I'm watching. We're about halfway through the abandons. All right, so that's the bottom. So we sized it well. That's a good fit. Hey, David, we're making a pin. So that we sized it well. So that's why we took the extra time. That's a nice size. Then we've got this. This cap, which gets driven in. I don't know what this is called, so thanks again to Strong Ink for supplying these pen blanks and lots of stickers and extra tools. Fantastic to having them on board. What am I doing wrong here? It should just slide right in. I think I'm off center or something. What's going on here? It's a little weird. Just got off a little bit. I don't know why that's slipping. You got to hold it a little bit. There we go. So now that's on. Dang, girl. Hey, how much is shipping for something like that? Probably 30 bucks or something? See, I didn't even size it for that, so I'm glad I went a little smaller because that's a great fit. Now, you have the screw-in transmission, or the screw-in, transmission. This is a nice kit, by the way. They have really high quality stuff if you haven't got anything from them. Let me think, what am I doing wrong here? Did I put it in wrong? Nah, this has to be like that. Then you screw in the transmission, pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. I was like, man, and you could tell I haven't made a ton of pins. I'm learning as I go. All right, there we go. There we go. Man, that's nice. One more step. Aww. Dude, that's freaking legit, y'all. Yeah, I already trimmed the barrel. I started out. Look at that thing. Let's take the protective tip off. And it opens. That's always good. Here's your protective tip. Oh, man. Look at that. That's awesome, y'all. I made that. That's so cool. Thanks, guys, for watching. Now I've got one more of these to make and then a chrome one. So they're all going to be the same wood. I already have them all glued up. But that's pretty. I thought the dark would go well with brass. I always like walnut with brass for some reason. But these are such good hardware. Now let's do the real test. Does it write? Let's write something here. It writes just fine. Thank you, Strong Ink. It's amazing, y'all. I think this is probably around the 6th or 7th pin I've turned from Strong Ink. Always great results, high quality hardware. A lot of us in the community are making their pin kits and we all love them. So it works. So that one's ready. Let's go make another one. Let's pop in another one. So we know we're on the right track. We've got it sized pretty well. Kerplunker. And if you guys are new to the channel, put new in the comments. And if you guys have been here in the community before, please welcome the new people. I'm Steve. If you guys haven't seen me before, glad you're here. Thanks for hanging out. Get in there, dude. I just use these extra bushings for spacers. Now when we tighten this, that bushing will go all the way in into the brass tube. That's the hope and the dream. All right. Tighten it up so we don't have to, hopefully. All right. Cool. I love it. These pins are super fun to make. Pretty easy. You can get real creative with them. Hey, Precido. Hello, hello. Let's go. Let's make another one. Let me grab a drink real quick. I'm a little parched. I only have 20 likes and 300 people watching. New attitude, what? Who's got a new attitude? Yeah. 1,567 RPM. Hey Jim, did I answer all the questions you have on those plaques on that what was it? The powder coat? Did I answer all your questions on the powder coat? All right, we got the corners taken off. Now we can focus in here. Man, it makes a difference having a sharp tool. This is awesome. Things like butter. So we know we can go all the way to the bushing over here and just a little under the bushing is what we learned. There we go. So we're already sized over here. Here we're going to get my hey Jim, I sent you the link when you asked those questions. I sent you the link, but send me an email, I can send it to you. So we've got this divider for the right side. We're going to take a measurement. And we can go a little smaller. But yeah, Jim, send me an email at myhoneyshandmade@gmail.com. And I'll be happy to share that with you. But yeah, you asked that question in the comments, Jim, and I actually gave you the Amazon link where I purchased. It's an unsponsored link. It's just where I bought it from Amazon. This is really what's cool about pins. Man, you can make one pretty darn quick. Now I did glue the tube and cut the wood. So I spent about 15 minutes off camera doing that. You know, I think we can go just a tad smaller and I think we're good. You know, I like it. And in my world, if Steve likes it, then, and as long as my wife doesn't say anything, it's good. All right, we're going 1500 RPM. This time I'm gonna sand. Let's go ahead and try to sand up to 1000 this time. That first time was 220. I really felt like we could have had a little more shine on it. So I want to get a little better finish. So let's try, I got a mark right here. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So for this, I've got to grab some other sandpaper. Let's get it in underneath the, let me bust out my, where I store this stuff. See what we've got in here. So we just did 220. My problem is I wish these were labeled a little better. Some of them you can't really tell. Like I'm not sure which grit this is. They're not printed real well. That's the problem that I don't like with these things. That's 6. That's 240. Okay. There's 6. Can't tell if that's 400 or not. That's 600. That's why I do not like these. There's 400. Okay. So we have a 4 and a 6. That should, let's try to get 2 pins out of those. Nice. Sanding pad. Yeah, there you go. You're welcome. Glad I could help. That's 400. Doesn't take a lot on these. There's 6. Trying to get 2 pins out of each pad. Make sure I don't have any marks. That's 600. Let's see if we can find an 800. What's 800 look like? Come on. I'm thinking it has an 8 in it. Nah, I don't have any 800. I don't believe. Man, I wish these were written better, you know what? Nah, that's all 400. Okay. Make sure here. Nice fad. Well, we're just going to go straight to 1,000 because I don't know that I have 800. I can't tell which one's 8. So we're going to go 600 all the way up to 1,000. This thing should be, even without finish, let's zoom in, it should have a little shine to it now. And it does. Let's do it a little differently this time. Let's clean it. Haktua. Spit on that thing. There you go. Let's grab a little, what do we have? Some acetone. What do we have? Paint thinner. I don't like to use it. Let's do a little alcohol. Just to clean this up. Really just to get the dust off. Okay. That should be dry in 30 seconds. Let's see if we still want to use that finish. What is this stuff? Plastic polish. No, that's for acrylic. Well, let's stick to the wax. Let me dig around. I've got something else up here. For finish, we've got other stuff. Not sure where my other junk is. Oh well, guess that's good enough. All right, let's stick with the wax. Full-blooded redneck. I mean, if you guys didn't know, I am in Oklahoma, so if that says anything about me. I'm not sure if it does, but. Okay. Now we're going to buff that in. You'll see it darken. Let's zoom in a little bit. You'll see this darken up. Wooden spoons and wooden bowls. There you go. Well, BK, don't you make most of those yourself? I've seen some of your spoons. I don't know if I've seen a bowl. Seems like I've seen a spoon though. Okay, so that looks better. Oh man, that's like glass. That thing is shinier than what we had before, so I think we should go ahead and sand up to 1,000. You already know I'm a redneck. Hey, I'm a redneck gentleman. Shining this up, this Renaissance wax adds another layer of protection. And then buff that on. I'm not trying to really heat it up much. We're just buffing it off. All right. Another one done. All right. Now, you guys let me know what you want to do. Do you want to go put this together, or do you want to go ahead and make this the third one and then put the last two together at the same time? You guys let me know what you want to do. Thing is on there, man. That's the left. Dang, that's on there. I might have made one of these a little small. I think I reversed. There we go. No, I should still be fine. Later, oh, hey, see you, Jim. Both together. All right, Billy. Both together. Let's do this third one. To those who joined us, there's a link in the description. Strong Ink is the sponsor of today's video. They sent us these pen kits. This is going to be the third and final of the pin today. And I've got to go back to making my plaques. What do you guys have going on today? Whoops. Throwing stuff. Hey, Grumpy, what are you up to, brother? Not decided. Man, get in there. There we go. I think I need to sand this a little bit. All right, let me ask y'all a question. Okay, right. Suzanne says I have a pre-bid meeting at 2, so I'll be leaving. All right, Suzanne, I appreciate you hanging out a little bit. Cedar teardrop. Ooh, cedar teardrop birdhouses. Nice. Billy might be taking a nap. All right. Now, Zach, I made a teardrop. It looks like a teardrop trailer. A couple years ago, I only made one. I sold it, but I thought it'd go for a lot more. You know how it goes. You're like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. I'm going to sell a bunch of them, and it doesn't happen. You know, I actually had a nap this weekend on Sunday, and it was amazing. I haven't had a nap in a long time. Naps are awesome. It just seems like it's hard for me to take a nap. You always feel like there's something you have to be doing, or need to be doing. So let me ask you a question, Grumpy. Have you ever turned any rings? Yeah, I'm still waiting for something to blow up, so Zach. Now, Zach, I've got a good seller, Zach. My lake maps I make, in the fall they sell well. Most of the rest of the year, not so much. Seems like people like to spend money in the fall for Christmas presents, so. So we know this is the thin end, we can go all the way down. Oh, that's pretty close. Like it. Let's see where we're at. At this point, I think we're just kind of eyeballing that measurement. Oh, okay. You know, I didn't watch any of the game, really. I'm not much of a sports person. I watched the commercials. I liked some of the commercials. The next day, there were like tons of drama over, I don't know, Turning Point USA or something. I don't know. I didn't even... I never got to the bottom of what was the big deal or what was going on. I didn't watch any of it, really. We ought to be good right there. So that quickly you can make 3 pins. 2 farm guy for the kids. There we go. All right, let's bust out some 180, 220, and then we're going to sand it. This should just take a minute or two. We'll be zipping over to assemble both of these. That was 180, here's 220. Woo, got a little hot, a little friction. All right. There's 600, there's 400. That leftover piece. There's 6. Oops. Come on, dude. Come on. Can I get a little cooperation? And then here's 1,000. Yeah, you can definitely see that start to shine just naturally. If you sanded it up even further, it would get shinier. Let's clean that off with some. Let's get a little alcohol to clean that off, and then we're gonna put some wax on it. This will be real quick, y'all. That's thinner. I left that up there. I don't really use the thinner. I don't like it. I thought I would. That's all I had one time. All right, that's to get the dust off. Kevin Ellis, what's up, buddy? We're making a few pins, Kevin, from Strong Ink. They sent us some pin kits. So we're making 3. We've got 2 out of gold and 1 out of chrome today. We're just about done. We're just putting the finish on the 3rd one, then we're going to go assemble the last 2. Hope you're having a good one, Kevin. If you guys are looking for a laser for under 200 bucks, I just put out a new video. I was happily surprised. I didn't expect a $200 laser to work that well. William Conley, what's going on? Good afternoon, William. How are you doing? Where are you watching from, William? I'm near Tulsa, Oklahoma. All right, there's our beeswax. Man, I've had that bar of beeswax for so long. Then we'll buff it in. You'll start seeing it darken as it buffs in that heat. You get an even, going for an even look. You can just see the lines in the sand. That's what that looks like. It's pretty shiny. Now let's put on our Renaissance wax and buff that out, and we're done. We'll go assemble. Trenton, Ohio. Well, welcome. Welcome. What did I say? Welcome. We have a lot of people in the community from Ohio, so there's a bunch of us in the group that are makers, so feel free to give everyone a follow. A lot of good people in the community. So this, we're not trying to go too hard, I forgot. All right, let's take it off and let's go assemble. There we go. Let's go assemble the last 2 pins. Let's see what they look like. And personally, my favorite, I'm more of a chrome finish guy. Oh crap, I almost lost a bushing. I prefer chrome to gold. That's just a personal preference. But I like darker wood with walnut. I'm sorry, darker wood with gold or chrome. There's one bushing. There's another. There we go. Let's go assemble, guys. Let me take this mask off. By the way, I organized a lot of my pin stuff, so. Hey, we got 40 likes. Hey, see you, Suzanne. All right, so this is the pin kit we just turned from Strong Ink. There's the part number if you're interested. The PKM5. G stands for gold and the C stands for chrome. Yeah, David, I needed it badly. All right. The narrower one, so this will be, just talking to myself here. So the narrower side will be for the, I don't even know all the parts. Is this the tip? I would call this the tip, but I don't know if that's the correct name. So it's going to press in. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Okay. So we're just going to put it in there, put it in there, line it up, go, go, gadget, press. There's that one. The smoke gray color. I haven't done a lot of the smoke gray. I think I have one, Kevin. Let me look. Hold on. I might have a smoke gray floating around. Let me look. If I do, no. I think I already made one. Oh, I'm not sure. Ow. All right, so we've got that one. Let's go ahead and bust out the second one. Let's make sure we don't mix up the chrome. So I'm going to do these one at a time. So this is the nub or whatever it's called. I don't know what this is called. Whoop, wrong piece. Almost messed it up, y'all. Dang, I'm glad you guys caught me. I don't know what this is in the center. I think it's the collar. I'm not sure what that's called. I guess I need to learn if I'm going to be making a lot of pins. Let me zoom in here. You guys can see this a little better. I'm going to take you down a little more. Give you a bird's eye view. Then, oh, didn't work. I've got to hold it in place, so let me move the camera so I can sit there. Pretty good. Okay. Right there. Hold it. It definitely needs a little guidance. There we go. Bam. Okay. That one could have been slightly smaller. It's still a good fit, but it's just barely the right size. So, but that looks really good. Hillbillies. Then this guy, the transmission screws in. Who are you calling a hillbilly? I'm from Oklahoma, not Arkansas. Insert. Oh crap, I did it wrong. Sorry. You have to put the ink in first. I mean, I just made one 10 minutes ago, just saying, but whatever. Man, I love that hardware, y'all. That's some quality stuff. The piece de la resistance. Oh, bam. Take the protective thing off. Man, y'all. Like butter. I like it. What's up, BK? Yeah, I'm in northeast Oklahoma. And I like that pin. Now this is gonna be my favorite, the chrome one. I think I'm gonna have to keep the chrome one myself. We'll see. Here's the chrome one. Let's see which end is smaller. Okie dokie. You know, I need to save some of these little bags, but whatever. All right. Yeah, I'm in what they call green country. We get a lot of rain compared to the rest of the state. Oh man, I got to see which side is narrower. Ooh. That ought to work. Okay. All right, line it up. You can use a clamp, a hammer, mallet, whatever. I just happen to have this, the pin press. And you do have to support it and kind of keep it straight in there, because it likes to drift. Like, yeah, it's trying to go in there crooked. There we go. I don't know why. It's very possible I'm doing something wrong. Okay. check that chrome out. I like it. Hey, William, thanks, man. BK's mom was born in Arkansas. My oldest sister was born in Mexico. My dad's from Texas. Nice. All right, now we got this little, I'm gonna call this the collar, but I don't know the name. If anybody knows what this centerpiece is called, let me know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna call it the collar. And I've got a, whoops, man, that's kind of awkward to put in. I got a laser engrave one of these too. I got to pick one and laser engrave something on it. I don't think we're going to do that on the live though. Okay. Man, looking good. Hey, John from Virginia. What's going on? Now, because I learned on the third one, this is the third try. You put the ink in first. Then you screw in the transmission. Look at that. Kind of looks like I know what I'm doing. There we go. Well, get in there, dude. Makes me wonder if I'm a little off kilter. It looks a little, there we go. I was off. I was misthreading it slightly. Okay. Yeah, I like this chrome one. There it is. Boosh, baby. Look at that. Why does that look, almost looks, there we go. That's the chrome one. All right, let's see which one you guys like. This is what we made today. Yeah, Billy, it is a good reason to try the new laser. So these are the three we made today. If you're interested in them, I have a link in the description. You get 3 free shipping coupons. And then here's the kit we made today. This is the PKM5G. G stands for the gold, and then if CH is for chrome. My preference is the chrome, but man. Oh, BK said it's called the center band. What I was talking about, I didn't know what this little piece was called. The center band. Well, thanks, BK. Van, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? All right. So let me ask y'all a question. I've got a few of these now. Let me show you some of the others we've made with kits from Strong Ink. These are the slim line. We made a few. These are some I made in the last few weeks. So thanks, Van. How much, and I'm not asking this to sell you guys a pen. I'm asking in your area, what would a pen like this, if I laser engrave, what would a pen like this go for in your area? And then what would a pen like this go for in your area if it was laser engraved with your name on it? Because I am going to start making more pens. I've never sold one before, but I think I'm going to start selling some. Not necessarily on YouTube. Yeah, I have no idea either. Wow, William, I wish I could get 40 or 50 out of these, brother. Man, I'll send you 2 for 50, William. Ray, when I get a real job, Ray, I'll send you a pen. Right now, it's still woodworking money, but once I get a real job, I'll be able to support, you know what I mean, be channel member and all that to a lot of channels compared. Right now, I just don't have it. Hey, Van. If you really want a couple of pins, let me know, Van. I'll send you 2 for 50, man. Okay. Yeah, William, my email, I know, Ray, you're like my #1 supporter, brother. Bushing set. Okay. So, okay, that makes sense. Now, here's what's cool. On some of those other pins they sent me, I really like, they have like a little black stripe in the center of that band. Pretty neat. But yeah, if you guys do want a couple of pins for 50 bucks, including shipping, send me an email, myhoneyshandmade@gmail.com. But I think I'm gonna bust out one of the little lasers. Do you guys want to see me get one of the little lasers out? Okay. I appreciate that, BK. Well, let's bust a laser out. Why not? Let's get one out. Who cares? Come on, it's only 2 o'clock. Let's get it. All right. Let me move some stuff. I really am trying to get organized on my pin turning supplies. Let's get this out of the way. Whoop, man, that's heavy. All right. Oh no. Let's see. That'll work, that'll work. Make a hole. Let's move this. Let me go grab a laser. I've got, I think we're gonna grab the Creality Falcon. So give me a sec. It's buried a little bit. All right, let's see it. When I say buried, they really are kind of buried. Hey, let me ask you guys a question. If I know lasers are expensive. Oh man, that's a nice piece of ash. That's beautiful. I've had several lasers sent to me over the last year. I've had 3 lasers sent to me to do reviews on. And honestly, I don't need all of them. What do you guys think would be a good way to help some of the followers? And you think a raffle, kind of like Bearded Viking does, where you get a chance for a certain amount of money, or would you just rather see a free giveaway? This is the Creality Falcon. It has a camera and it's enclosed. I really like the camera on it. It's really accurate. We'll see if we can get it to work. I've only used it like twice. All right. All right. Yeah, Chase, I see what Chase is selling them for. Nice piece of ash. Yep. Hey, I mean, I have a lot of nice ash. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know what you heard, Zach. Come on, keep it clean. It's the family show. Yeah, I think Chase sells his for 12 bucks. I'm not wanting to sell him that cheap. He's in West Virginia. I don't know if that makes a difference in price, but I think he sells them for 12, and I think for an extra 5, he'll engrave them. Thank you, Kevin. Okay, a guy here sells them with a nice box for 45. Well, you know, that's kind of a good idea. You can make a cool little box with it. I could make a really cool laser cut box for a pin. That way it's easy and quick and repeatable. All right, let's see how we get this out of here. This thing's little baby. Get on me. I don't usually take this out in front of people, so don't judge me. All right, there's a brush in there. All right. Now, if you guys want to see the full review, I have a review video out on the Creality Falcon. This thing's pretty cool. All right. Extra something, something. There's my air pump, which I'm not using since we're not cutting. This is the exhaust, which doesn't work in my big shop. Power. This just keeps the laser shut in or protected. All right, let's get some of this junk out of here. You know what I do need is a little jig. Let's see. Let me grab the laptop. You know what I've got it. Well, what's cool about the Falcon is it's enclosed. So it has, this is laser safe glass, meaning it shields your eyes. I really prefer the enclosed version of the lasers. So the one I did on the review is over here. It's a little 12-inch by 12-inch for under 200. It's great. It's an open one, so you don't have exhaust with it, but for less than 200 bucks, man, that thing is pretty awesome. I engraved cork, leather, and cherry with it. I was really happy with it. And did I mention it's under 200 bucks? So I was, yeah, pretty excited about that one. Power this guy. Get some power. See if I got the power in correctly. Okay, I got power. I think I had the emergency lock on or something. I forgot. There was something weird to this. Oh. Oh, that's what it is. Oh crap, I gotta find, it's got this lock on it. There it is. Has a safety lock. I'm pretty sure that's what did it to me last time. Has a safety lock over here. It won't turn on if it's locked, I believe. There it goes. Now it turned on. So, now this did come out, but it's just a washer on the other side. I haven't taken the time to do it. Yeah. So it's on. Let me grab the laptop. We're going to connect to this bad boy. I need a pin jig. I don't know. Let's just get the laptop, see what happens. Like I said, I've only used this one a couple times, 2 or 3 times. I just want to confirm that I can see it. There's your type C. Get in there, dude. Oh, thanks, man. All right, let's see. Come on, dude. And hey guys, I just went to their website earlier today. That's the kit. It's $4.50. Yeah, I was thinking about doing something like that. But let's launch my Lightburn. I went to my local Woodcraft. They wanted like sometimes $13 to $16 for a pin hardware kit. No way, man. All right, let's see if the Falcon A1. Let's see if it finds it. Hey, it found it. It's doing something. Let me see if I can get the camera to work. That's really what I need. Okay. Trying to remember. Seems like I couldn't get the camera to work one time. I'm not sure why. Let's see. Okay, there it is. So the camera's working right there. Quality fucking camera. Say standard. I don't know if it's a standard or fisheye. Let's say standard. I don't know. Oh, I don't want to calibrate it. Never mind. But how do I get it to save the overlay? I need it to take a picture. So hold on. Pays to shop around. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. The price on that is awesome. I'm liking the gold. Man, I hate to do this. We're gonna have to find a round piece of wood to test on first. I need to make sure that I like it. Give me a sec. Let me see if I have a dowel over here just to practice with. Let's see. I'm looking around. Oh, we have a regular pencil. Let's do that. We're just gonna put a regular pencil. I'll show it to you in just a second. So this is, I use magnets a lot with lasers. So this is what, I just put a couple of magnets in there and it holds it in place pretty well. I mean, actually, I need to put another magnet there. Hold on. I say it does, but it's close. Let's try this a little better. Let's just put, that should be fine. I mean, in reality, that should be fine. I just want to see it say, I need to see the camera work. Seems like the second time I did it, pulled it out to do a repeat video a few months ago, the camera wasn't quite working. And that's really, well, I like the laser, but that was, having the camera is a big deal. Because I don't have a camera on the other lasers I have. So having a camera really helps you a lot. So I'm trying to figure out the camera in Lightburn. Let me see here. So there's the camera right there in case you don't see it. Now the camera's built in right there. Let's flip it down. Let me see. I need to see what it looks like here. How do I get it? Usually I just click on camera. Camera. Bam, there it is, camera control. There it is. So, here's what it looks like in the software. So it took a picture. So, I'm gonna say update overlay. Well, I thought, but it's supposed to show me the picture on the left so that I can adjust the text, I thought. It's been a while. Yeah, that update overlay is supposed to move it over here to the left, see? But I don't see it. Let me play with this, guys, because this is really the hard part, because when you're engraving on something as small as a pin, I mean, I could do this on the big laser, but I already have the big laser on the plaques. I don't want to recalibrate it. Let's see here. Camera alignment wizard. Let's do the, nah. I don't understand. Let's see. I don't know why I can't get the camera over here. And to be fair, I haven't contacted support. Probably need to. Hey, boss, you got 102 now, brother. All right. Boss has over 100 now? Nice. So, quality Falcon camera. Well, okay, let's restart it. This is the whole beauty of the camera. Come on. There's the Falcon. Oh, come on, man. Oh, it's thinking. Where is the camera? There's the camera control. So the camera sees it. What's supposed to happen is this picture is supposed to be over here on the left so that I can actually drag text and know exactly where I'm at on the laser. That is super frustrating. Huh. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I need to figure that out. Yeah, Bice, that's awesome. Congrats, Zach. That's a big deal. Man, tell you what, I've been on YouTube, I guess, 3 years. Honestly, the last year is what got me monetized and really plugged into the community. I've got to find out why this doesn't pop up over here. Maybe I need to do the camera alignment tool. Calibrate camera lens. Standard, fisheye, none. Let's just say none. Update overlay not working. I'm going to Google it, see what happens. Whoop. Which quality Falcon is this? The A1? I thought it was the A1. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and pull up YouTube, see if I can see your comments without looking at the phone. Well, let's see. Let's turn off the sound on the laptop. Yeah, BK, one of the best things I did for myself in high school is I took a typing class. I got an award. I think it was 52 words a minute in high school. And, you know, for like 22 years I did IT, so I did a lot of typing as well. So this image should be over here. I don't know how to get it there. Update overlay. Trace. Ooh, what is that? Okay. The trace feature did something. When I did the trace feature, it showed what was in there. So let's do that. That might do it. Okay. So that lets me know where the pin is, the pencil. So, okay, That might do it, but I haven't had to use the trace feature before. Now, to be fair, I may have, but it's been a while. I'm old. I mean, so now we know our text. We're going to say pastor. No, I don't want to say that. Test. You know what? Let's do this. Steve-O. My dad used to call me that. Oh, let's put an O in there. So let's make it small. Shrink it down. But now you can zoom in and you know where the pencil is. So that trace, we might be able to make this work. It's not quite what I'm used to. All right, there we go. Let me see if you guys can see that. Can you guys see that? Yeah, there we go. So that trace, let me do it. Let's see if it'll work. I'm gonna change this to fill. Now you can see the Steve-O really well. 100. Oh, I'm trying to think. I don't remember the settings on this thing. Max power, let's say 100, and let's say 200. I don't remember how fast this thing engraves. And let's frame it. Oh no, hold on. You have cut selected. Actually, I've got to lower the laser. Hold on. Forgot I have to set my height. Let's see, I got to set the height of the laser head right above the work. It has a tool. It tells you what you're doing. If your engrave or cutting thickness is 1 to 3 mil right there. Cutting thickness of wood 4 to 6. Pretty sure it's above the wood. Like I said, I haven't used this a ton. Let's see, we gotta raise this. It's not that one, it must be this one. There we go. And right there. I'm gonna set this down to, man, this is hard to do with a pencil. I'm trying to set the laser. Nah, I'm way off. Hold on. There we go. Now tighten it. I think that'll work. All right, I think that'll work. Let's update the overlay. Hey, Grumpy. Well, let's see if this works, man. I haven't used it. I've only used this laser like twice, but the camera is really one of the main things why I like this one a lot. The price point's good too. Okay, it did the trace again. I think we're good. We're really close. Let me make sure that's straight, like parallel. As far as I know it is. It's as good as I can get it, I think. Let's see. Let's make the text a little smaller just to make sure we're going to get on there like 0.2. Okay. Well, this thing doesn't want to, let me think. Reset while in motion, gravel cannot guarantee position. Let's rehome it. Let's get this glare out of there. Sorry, I got lights all over the shop, so I'm trying to get you less glare. I don't know what it's doing. Huh. Oh. Oh, I think I see what it's wanting to do. Okay. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing wrong. Speed, let's say 100, 100. I think I know what I was doing wrong. Oh, no, it's still a little off. Let's see if I can move it up a little. No. So it's not, yeah, it's not perfectly centered. Well, let's see what happens. We're going to see how bad we messed the pin up. Oh, baby. You know, for the first time I've used this in months, I did okay. Look. Steve-O, baby. What's up? It worked. So here's the thing with the laser. I've got to calibrate the camera. I don't have time to do that now, but right now we know we're lined up. Like we know right there is lined up. Where the Steve-O is, that's where the software is. Yeah. Grumpy, stay tuned. I'm probably going to have a raffle for a laser in the upcoming month or so. Because I've got 3 now that were sent to me, and I don't need all 3 of them. And, yeah. Man, they'll come in handy. They're fun. You can, if you're selling stuff, people like to buy stuff that's personalized. All right, so here we go. This is rounded, so I don't know how this is going to work. So let's switch it out. Oops, it's magnetic, so that's different. All right, well, that's kind of nice. The magnets hold it in place. How cool is that? Oh, freak. But now the height is different. Because it's rounded. This is a little trickier for the rounded style. Because it's rounded, it's definitely harder. So we have to get the height again. We're going to have to adjust it. So let's adjust it because this is higher than what we were before. Man, I don't know how high this thing's going to go. I'm going to change this so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, BK. Yeah. So here's what I'm doing. Let me see if you can see it. There. That's the laser head, the tip. You're adjusting the height because you have to be a certain height above your work surface. Like this, that's not going to work. That pin is too tall. Well, Well, let me show you what you got to do. I did, excuse me, I used to have a X-Tool, a similar machine to this. I sold it to Runic. So what you've got to do, oop, it didn't like that. You got to take your plate off, but this one is screwed in. I don't think I want to do that. I think Man, I can't believe this doesn't go up any higher. Come on. Nah. I think I might have to do this on the big laser. This is the hard part, the laser engraving part. Yeah, this is bolted in. What the heck? Let's keep going. Might as well. Let's see. No, this is kind of a hassle to get this out. It's 4 screws, but I don't have that one with me. Let me see if they included it. They may have. They probably did. But that's one of these crazy little wrenches. These are the extra parts they sent. I bet this is it. Or one of them is it. That's too small. That's it. Might as well keep going. What do you think? Game on. There we go. Let's see. This is helpful if I had to do this a lot when I was engraving thicker material, because these little lasers only set to engrave material that's a certain thickness, like a range of thickness. So dang, you know what? I'm tempted to just do this on the big laser. Because I think I'd rather do it on the big laser. Let's switch over to the big laser, see what we can, if we can make it happen. Give me a sec. All right, let's take the measurement of the pin. Let's call it 5.5 inches. And then at the thickest, it's a half. We could just put it in like that. Let's see. Let's say slightly under a half. So what do we say, 5.5, slightly under a half. Let's go. And this is some of the plaques I'm working on. I don't want to mess this up, but we'll go. Thanks, BK. So we're gonna try to make it, you see where the laser is there? We're gonna try to cut a hole in the cardboard. Give me a second, let me connect to the big boy laser. So we said 5.5 inches long. .5, and we said right under half. So let's say 0.45, because this pin can sit just it can sit on top of that hole just to hold it in place correctly. All right, let's frame it. You should see it move. All right, let's go to work. Woo, baby. Hey, see you, Van. So, all right, we're just gonna cut a hole in the cardboard. I cut cardboard all the time. You just need to make sure you have your settings correctly and you're safe, because it can absolutely start a fire. And I've got a big 8-inch exhaust in the back. All right, so now we're gonna lift it up. We should have a slot that will hold a pin. Oh, freak. Urgh! Something moved. Dang it. Oh, crap, that's an issue. Dang, 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 dang. Man, that's an issue. I just messed some stuff up. Not for this, but for my plaques. I gotta recalibrate my location now. Dang it, that sucks. Let's try that one more time. My fault. Switching different types of jobs, you got to think a little differently, so I didn't even think about it. All right. Just means I have to recalibrate where everything is on these plaques. That could be a problem. Once more. Well, you could, but the software has to know where you're at. So just putting it there wouldn't really do it, because it moved. It moved the whole piece of board earlier. So now we have a slot. The computer knows where we are. Now that pin should set, yep, except with that bubble, it needs to be wider, because it's still, well, actually, let me think here. I'm just trying to eyeball it. That'll work. I just have to stabilize it where everything is to hold everything in place. Let's see. No, the magnets are throwing it off, so I need to widen that a little bit. So we're going to widen that from 0.45 to 0.5, because the fat part of the pin doesn't fit. Let's see. Yeah. All right, let's move it around, see if it's where I think it is. Oops. Well, I think that's the best we're going to get. All right, Suzanne's back. All right, we're using the big laser to try to laser engrave this. We'll see. I haven't done a rounded pin engraving before, so we'll see what it's like. And away we go. The little laser wasn't cooperating. Dang, that's fast. Holla, holla. All right, it engraved. It looks great for a rounded surface. So that's my wife's cousin. Hopefully he's not watching. It's his birthday this weekend. So this is going to be his gift from me. Let me see if you can see that any better. It engraved well. You guys see that okay? Yeah, it engraved really well. Thanks. And that's why the big laser doesn't have a camera that I like, but when you cut the hole, it knows exactly where it's at. So that engraved beautifully. Hopefully I spelled it right, just kidding. So, hey, that was on the to-do list today. I'm just happy it worked, you know? Now we got to put the little laser back. Oh, let's turn this dude off. So Suzanne, what was your meeting about? You said it was a pre-meeting? I forgot what you said it was. Oh, I know I told some of you, I've been doing this full-time for almost 4 years. I updated my resume 2 weeks ago. I haven't touched it in like 15 years. And gave it to a couple of people. So I'm starting to look for an IT job again. I'm just putting these screws back in. All right, I'll probably take this out next week when I get these plaques done. Hey Remo, we just made 3 pins today. Those 2 and this one. And we just laser engraved this one. We just laser engraved it. And we're just putting up a laser. We tried my little one. Wasn't quite right, so we used my big dude. My big boy Thunder. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I did before. I was an IT manager and a network engineer. I don't want to be a manager. I did that for 20 years. I'm over that. So, we're putting everything back in here. Protect the laser head. So we're about to box this guy back up. There is our other stuff. That should be it. All right, all right, all right. That thing's boxed up. Yeah, I have to do that. Well, Grumpy, I'm glad you liked it, man. That, I think a laser, I know you sell a lot of little stuff too, right? Or Grumpy, have you started selling your pins? I'm not sure if you sell pins or not. That would definitely help. Whoops, I got a trash can in my way. A laser definitely helps to get jobs. All right. Oh yeah, totally. All right, guys, that's it for me today. I got to finish. I've got 12 more plaques to finish. I've got to do the engraving for them next. Let me ask, okay. And once that's done, I've got to put boiled linseed oil. This is the other 12 I did this morning. So these get linseed oil. This is what they look, this is what the finished product looks like. Let me show you. Here's what they look like once you oil them up. Pretty cool. Hope you guys have a great one. Now BK says, how thick is for little laser? BK, do you mean how thick can you, what material you can use on it? Is that what you mean? Honestly, I think it was about an inch. See you, Ray. The little laser is what we just used, that Creality, I think around an inch, but what you can do, you can take the bottom plate out and raise the machine so that you can have thicker material underneath it. I've done that before, but yeah, my Thunder, I can have a piece of wood that's 9 inches thick on the Thunder. Don't really use that very often, but appreciate you guys hanging out. We got 65 likes. All right. Thanks, guys. Hey, be sure to check out my video. Let me show it to you. This is the little laser I just did a review on. It's less than 200 bucks. It's right around 12 by 12. A little bigger than that, usable. I think someone said it was a 179. I just did a review on it. Let me know what you think. Please go check out the video, comment, like. Appreciate you guys. I probably won't be live tomorrow because I'm hanging out with the wife to celebrate our anniversary and Valentine's Day. So have a great one, y'all.
Thanks, Billy. Yeah, Billy, that thing was, I really liked what it did to the laser. I mean, the leather. So it looked really happening with the leather. So thanks, BK. Appreciate you. Later.